Hi, this is Challen Eve with your FTW moment, and today I want to talk to you fathers about, what if, I want to help you get rid of these little things that bother you, that may be bothering you, that keeps you from, growing a stronger bond with your child. One of the things that some fathers might have a hang up over is if their sons are not interested in the same things that they were interested in when they were younger, or even or your kids may not be that interested in things that you have a passion about as an adult. Um, you don't get too hung up on this. I know how this feels because I'm really into, I have been really into cars, classic cars, and uh, that's one of those things that I wish I could work on when I have more time. And I would say, at least up to this point, my son's 11 years old, and he's not really that interested in cars. I mean, he doesn't mind going for a ride once in a while, but he's not by any means what I would consider a motorhead. He'd rather, play with his handheld devices and do other things, which are, drawing, reading, writing. But anyways, he's not that much into cars. And I have to admit that probably in the back of my mind at times through the years, it's bothered me that he doesn't have that interest. But face the facts. I mean, your son is not, or your daughter is not growing up in exactly the same environment that you grew up in, so naturally they're going to have different interests. So this may seem like a simple thing, but sometimes it helps for someone else to tap you on the shoulder and remind you, hey, your kids are not growing up 20, 30, 40 years ago. The whole situation is different now, and that's why they're not necessarily crazy about what you are doing. Now, there is people that are naturally, I probably don't work on my cars as much as if I worked on my cars all the time and involve my kids in that, then it might be a little bit different. But that wasn't the case, and naturally my son's not really into it, at least not right now. Now I do think of the one example of a son and father that comes to mind where the father just did what he wanted, he loved doing it, and without pushing his son, he just caught on. And that was Wynton Marsalis. I always remember the story of Wynton Marsalis, who he told about his father. He said his father never nagged him to play musical instruments. His father was just so much into playing jazz and whatever. The son just picked up on it and said, "Man, I just want to be like him." And without any nagging, or I don't think the father worried about it. He just lived and did his music. And Wynton Marsalis, he's a great musician. So, don't give up hope if that's of any concern. If you enjoy cars, I mean, the main thing is you help your sons and daughters with their passions, as long as it's a healthy passion. That's more of a key. It's not so much whether they want to follow in your footsteps, but it's you being a student of them and helping them do well what they want to do, and as long as it's not going to destroy their life. So, hope you got some value from this, and I'll see you on the next video.